again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to She's Crafty, a mini paper pad class. Week 9, and here's the sketch that we're using. So you guys know we got a smaller than 12 by 12 paper pad and only one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I'm using the hexagon punch, again my rainbow crystal gems, and since this is the second layout that I am creating using this paper pad, I made sure to pull all the leftover pieces of paper that I had from the first layout, and it's the Paige Evans Horizon collection. I'm going to go ahead and scrap these 3 photos, and here's just some other embellishments that I brought in to add to my layout. And I brought in the sock monkeys. I wasn't real sure if I was going to be able to use them or not, so I guess we'll find out. No, I don't use those. So I do use this beautiful color block one for the base of my layout, and I'm just going to layer that up like on the page like that, and then I'm going to pull in that shell colored paper, and that is going to be one of the strips of paper that I run on the layout. Now I'm going to trim these pictures down. There are 3. I can't get them to the size that the layout actually called for, so I kind of make my own configuration on these, but this was just a picture, a cluster of pictures that I found funny. My fiance snuck away to take a nap and I couldn't find our pit bull, and I went in there and turned the light on, and she had promptly tucked herself in with her pillow on the other side of the bed. And when I went in there and I was like, what's going on in here? And she looked at me all like guilty because she'd been found. And then he looked at me like, why'd you turn the light on? And then he covered his eyes and covered her eyes. And it's just something that I wanted to scrapbook because they look so cute. So I do get those all trimmed down, and I am going to take that bicycle paper, and I'm going to use the back side of it because these are single-sided. So I'm going to use the white side to mat my pictures, and that was my plan all along. I did pull in both of them because I didn't know if I'd need 2 sheets, but luckily I only have to use the one. So the other bicycle page will go back into the paper pad to be used as another day. I'm not going to lie. I don't have little children that ride bicycles. I don't ride bicycles. I don't know any kind of layout where I would ever really need a bicycle, so it'll probably be the backside that gets used. But I mean, it's really cute if you like have a need for bicycles on your layout. And you guys know I am known for putting oddball things on my layout, but I'm not going to fussy cut that bicycle out. No ma'am, no sir. So I do just get those matted on there and then pull my scissors out to do the trimming around the pictures. Been pretty lazy in that aspect lately without pulling my trimmer out to create the straight lines. It's handmade. It gives it character. You know, I mean, and if I really mess it up, then I just redo it. But so I do pull in that colorful shell paper, the green with polka dots paper, and then this, it's like a paint swatch blue ombre. And those are going to be my strips. Now, I did find this craft bag when I was going through some shelving units, well, drawer units that I had in my craft room that I'd use to basically just shove as much stuff in as I could. And forgot what I had in there and didn't look at it for years. And it was taking up space in my craft room. And I'm doing some remodeling in here and some organizing, so yeah, I found a whole bunch of stuff, was able to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, but I've put those in I have 2 of those Rascog carts. They're the ones from Michael's, so it's the knockoff Rascogs, what I call them. One is my mixed media cart, and the other it's got the IKEA desk organizer on it, the one that starts with an F that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. And I keep the other one full of items that don't have collections. I don't want to break them up and put them in my little 4x6 iris photo bins just yet. I would like to continue to use them as much as possible since they're still brand new, but I just don't have any papers that go with them. That was a long explanation, was it not? So it's like items like that too, where it's like that's not gonna fit in my iris container to be broke up, so I stick it over there. And I turn to that cart quite frequently when I need just a pop of something else to add to the layout. So there we go. Kind of sidetracked there. I did go ahead and use my T-square ruler to get that paper brown craft bag down behind the beautiful paper. I adhered the beautiful paper, and now I'm adding the 3 strips. So one is a bannered off piece at the end. I've got the other in reverse banners, reverse fishtails. I don't really know what you call that. And then this piece right here, I went ahead and rounded the edges. Now I'm going to go ahead and layer my photos up. And to be honest, I'm trying to cover up more of the pink than anything. And at first I think I'm going to go with that. But then I realize I'm covering all the blue and really making the pink show. So I move it down and my configuration changes anyway. And I'm just going to stick them underneath each other. Yep, I just layer them all up. I think it looks great. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to pull this. I have had this in my stash, God, since I was in my old craft room. Probably since 2000 and we'll say 2014. And I thought, you know what, I'm tired, and this was something that I was like, oh, I'll have the perfect layout that I can use this on. Yeah, well, I'm done waiting for the perfect layout, because you know what, there'll always be the perfect thing to save. So no more, we don't do that anymore. So I seen it in my little bin that I was telling you about, and I pulled it out, and it said, I think it says I love my dad or something like that. I love dad, best dad, something. So I'm looking for it right now. So I'm going to come in here and use all of these different scraps that I pulled, and I'm going to punch out a whole bunch of hexagons. No, I am not counting. I am not even trying to figure out how many I needed. I'm just going for it because I have a little baggie that is in with this whole series, and I've done die cuts this whole time on different things, and I just keep putting the excess in there. So when the series is done, which will be after next week, so sad, I will try to create a layout with all these fun shapes, right? It's that little thing says, I love dad, and then that little banner on the top says, the best dad. Yeah. But I like the way this layout turns out. I do a lot of, you guys know I'm like the shape queen here. I do a lot of shapes. So I always like to see new ways to create the shapes. And I did kind of follow the sketch as to where the clusters needed to go. And I even put the hexagons the way that they were on the layouts. And they actually, I don't know if it was intentional or not with the sketch, but they turned, like you can see right here, it's the point, there's a point at the top and the bottom. But then right here, they change it to where the top and the bottom are flat, or the sides. So I followed it. I added way more, and then I actually realized that I had a lot of hexagons left over. So yeah, I just go ahead and use those too. And I'm just going to take my time and I center them up. I learned my mistake from the last time. I always want to go I want to go peak to peak, but that is not how hexagons work. You have to go side to side. So yeah, I just kind of filter them in and out, trying to I just want to make sure that there's not any of the same pattern or color next to each other. Like, I know down there at the bottom, I do have, well, we haven't done it yet. I'm looking at the layout explaining to you. And then I realized that this side over here needed to be filled in just a little bit more. So I do go ahead and take care of that and pull some stuff back up and stick my big old fat head in the way. And I'm just making it work. I really like the way it turned out, like I said. So I always like when there's new sketches with different ways to use the shapes, because you can never have too many shapes. Nope. And I like, with all these bold pops of beautiful colors, excuse me, I like lost my voice there for a minute. That craft paper bag is kind of grounding the layout. Like, it's giving your eye a place to rest, even because everything's really, really busy and there's a lot going on, but you can focus on that, settle your eyes down, and then continue to look at the glorious that is this page. And I pulled the layout out to look at it as well. I have found here lately when I'm doing voiceovers, because I create these layouts sometimes days before I get to the editing and voiceover process, because I have to wait for a time when I'm alone and there's no one else in the house when I'm sitting in here talking to myself, that sometimes it could be a while, you know? So, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I need a haircut. Anyway, I do pull in that gem sheet. You guys know I've been really working on using that up this whole series, and I've even started to incorporate it in other layouts because I am going to use that sheet up. It's not going back. It'll probably go back. And I just pop them in and out around the area. Now this video is quickly coming to an end. I want to remind you that today is a hop, so in the description box below, I will have all the wonderful ladies that are playing along in week 9 with this sketch. Don't forget to go and check out their channels and send them some love. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will definitely see you guys tomorrow with another layout. Bye.